Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Noel Zone. How are you all doing? As I said, I would do a little stream today before I head off into the city centre for this peace gathering tonight in Dublin City at the Spire. Because, as you know yourselves, the world has gone absolutely, completely crazy. So, so we've decided we're going to, all gather in the name of peace. So, yeah, something to do later on tonight. So, yeah, I haven't got me coffee in me, so forgive me. I should have went and got milk yesterday. There's only that protein milk in the fridge, and I fucking hate it. I won't drink it, and it doesn't make nice coffee. So I haven't had a coffee in me yet. So I'm still a bit groggy, even though I'm up early. But yeah, just goes to show you, man, how much a difference a cup of coffee makes. Because I'm literally still bloody dying here. But my plan is obviously after this stream, we're going to go down. We've got to collect a few bits and pieces. I've got to get a candle, of course, and then come back, then cook some dinner. I've already had me shower and stuff like that. So, just a few bits and pieces to do before we head out for the night. But we might as well get it over with. The movie poll result. Obviously, it looks like it's going to be RoboCop. So I'll just check now, because I did say when I came on today I would announce the result. So let's go in and have a look. I'm pretty sure it's still RoboCop. I mean, let me see. Right. So we go into the community tab, and yeah, it hasn't changed. There's been one more vote, but it hasn't made a difference. So we got 40 votes overall, and the winner of the poll is obviously RoboCop. But in third place, it was taken with what was it again? Why did I snap out of that? Hold on. Taken with 13%. So nobody wanted to see Taken. But Chris Persia made a good point to me. He says that it's always on TV, and I've got to agree. He always showed the first bloody movie over and over. Under Siege, I did vote for Under Siege myself, because I haven't seen that in years, I got to be honest. But that came in at 23%, so 10% more than Taken. But RoboCop with a whopping 65%. So it looks like RoboCop is the movie that we're doing. The Gobster also in the chat voted. He said that it had to be RoboCop. and I'd buy that for $1. And anybody that is a a RoboCop fan will know exactly that line is taken out of the movie. So it's a landslide. It's a landslide. It's not going to make a difference. I know I would have preferred Under Siege, to be quite honest with you, but you know what? RoboCop, RoboCop is still a great movie. I mean, it's So I haven't seen it in a while. So yeah, I look forward to that movie. That movie traumatized me as a kid, though. Well, especially when he got his hand shot off. That was disgusting, man. But I do love RoboCop. It was ultra violent. Is that what they called them? Ultra violent movie it was. Yeah. I mean, the TV movies or the show, whatever you want to call it, was shy. But I still watched that. I was a bit of a RoboCop fan. I got to be honest. I watched every live action, if that's what you want to call it nowadays, of RoboCop. I haven't seen any of the animation or anything like that. So yeah, we got Cinnamon Toast Crunch also in the chat, and as I said, JWC Reviews and Chris Perser. So as you all know, won't be streaming tonight because I'm in Dublin City. I will be taking footage. I have all my phone charging. I've got my earphones charging. I've got everything charging, ready to go. So it'll be interesting to see how many actually turn up. I know the usual suspects will show up, but it'll be interesting to see if any new people now with recent events around the world, will people finally cop on now and come together. As I said, we're not taking sides. I'm not taking sides here now, right? Bottom line is that there should be peace in the world, and I'm sick of politicians and corrupt, evil men destroy the rest of our lives and upset the rest of our lives because they can't sort their shit out, right? It's about time that the people come together. I mean, come on. We throughout my whole lifetime, there's been a war going on somewhere. And that's true for a lot of us. Most of us, I say all of us actually. When have we ever known a time when there wasn't a war happening somewhere? And why is it always us, right? Not just the countries that are hit and stuff like that. Because people tend to forget, yes, the countries that are hit, it's absolutely devastating and stuff like that. But what people don't realize is it affects their economies, it affects the way our government does business, it affects everything, right? Everything goes up. The ordinary citizen pays for these warmongers, right, to go to war. And we all know but why Biden is over in Israel. He wants this war. He needs this war, right? That's the bottom line. He needs this war. He ain't winning the re-election without this war, right? It's as simple as that. People need to wake up, man. Yeah, that was very dark, man. I do love that movie though, but they while he's on the deck trying to pick up his hand and all, they're laughing at him. I mean, they really do a number on Murphy, don't they? But I do love that very first scene when he's walking through the cop shop and all you just hear is the doo, 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 and everybody is rushing to see. Even as a kid, I was like, oh yeah, I want to see. And then you just see glimpses of him. Brilliant, man. Brilliant movie. It is a brilliant movie, but Under Siege was a bit of fun as well, let's be honest. Under Siege. Tommy Lee Jones as well. Like, you can't beat a bit of Tommy Lee Jones. And Steven Seagal, of course. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, I mean, look, sick to death of all of this nonsense, man. We just want to get on with our lives and stuff like that. And then you have people like Ian Levine. And I wasn't really going to bring this up because I don't talk about the show anymore. But I just have to say to all the little self-entitled little brats out there, including Ian Levine, like, how dare you try dox a man because you can't get your unearthly child. Listen, do you know what? It's about time that someone from these families stood up to the BBC. You're aiming your anger at the wrong person. Imagine like putting up on the internet, do you know where his sister lives? You know, I mean, the guy thinks because he saved classic episodes of Doctor Who that all of a sudden now he can go around and act like a little dictator and try and dox someone because he didn't get his own way, because he didn't get an unearthly child. If you haven't got a boy now, you're a fucking plonk. Right? Simple as that. Sick of these self-entitled little brats. And because of Ian Levine, what's happened? Your man has gotten piled on, threatened, right? Threatened. This is the same guy, Ian, who was also giving out about how this fandom was behaving, and now he's behaving like a spoiled little brat himself, right? Bottom line is, and we all know it, you have all said it, BBC have been screwing over, right, people connected to Doctor Who, right, whether it's people that create the TARDIS, the Daleks, or whatever it is, right, they've always tried to get the cheapest deal and rip these people off. Someone finally stands up to them and he's going to attack them. How fucking dare you, man? How old are you anyway, Ian? Acting like a 13-year-old or something. Acting like these kids because you're not getting your own way, you little crybaby. Like, grow the fuck up. Seriously. Just grow the fuck up. Right? If he's not happy with the deal, and he said he has a reasonable deal on the table, and they didn't go for it, right? So it's BBC's fault. The greedy little thugs, right? Squeeze people as much as they can, right? So they don't have to pay what it's actually worth. And that's the thing, and that's what you're forgetting. They're not paying these people what these properties are actually worth, right? And if you want Doctor Who to continue on screen, well, then you pay what it's worth, right? It's not their fault that Doctor Who has been absolutely a shambles the last few years, and wokeism has been inserted into it. It's not their fault, right? And they've probably had enough as well of their fathers or their mothers or whoever's IP or wherever's creation it is being fucking tarred and screwed around and dragged through the mud with this absolute shit show that you call Doctor Who right now. Absolutely disgraceful behaviour. I don't care if you found missing episodes, right? I honestly don't give two shits. Your behaviour is bang out of order. Asking people, do you know where his sister lives? Trying to dox the man because you didn't get what you wanted. Do you know how you sound? And you know what? The people that you're the mob that's attacking your man now, they don't give two shits about Classic Who. So they wanted to change the fucking show to be something completely different, that it's unrecognisable. And they're the fucking idiots that you've used to attack this man. Absolutely. And then you're saying, oh, there's going to be a court case, you're going to sue him. He has you by the short and curlies, you stupid fuck, right? Threatening his family because you didn't get your unearthly child. Grow up, right? Grow up. I'm sick of you and every other little fucking muppet in this fandom, right? Going around as if you're self-entitled. Where were yous all? Where were yous all when this fucking show was at rock fucking bottom? Right? You only complained when you fucking felt like complaining, when it was a benefit to you, right? Fucking 5.5 years of my life I spent on this fucking shit show, right? Pointing out everything that was fucking wrong. And what did I get for it? Nothing. And there you are now. There you are now, throwing people under buses. Yeah, he did. He turned on John and Gobby without any hesitation. The whole lot of them did. The little rat bags there. They're rat bags. That's what they are. They're rat bags. Right? They don't get their way. That's how they behave. This is why I left the fandom. This is why I have nothing to do with it anymore. because it's that toxic. But what I'd say to all you fucking idiots out there, because you are obviously fucking idiots, you know, you can buy an unearthly child. You can actually still go out and buy the DVD or the Blu-rays that are available. It just means the new ones won't have it in it. So he's are going after a man for nothing because he's basically trying to get the best deal. And I don't fucking blame him. People say it's great, it's great, it's great. No, you should get what it's fucking worth. Right? You should get what it's worth. BBC over the years, over the decades, have underfunded Doctor fucking Who, and they've also screwed around with all of these people that own certain properties that are connected to the fucking show. Right? It's about time that the pricks pay up. Right? Simple as that. And if they don't pay up, right, they'll lose other stuff. Do you know what? He's opened the floodgates now, because I can guarantee there'll be others that'll be looking at this and say, do you know what? Maybe he has a point there. And then the rest of the stuff starts disappearing, right? And then if the rest of the stuff starts disappearing, and then the TARDIS goes as well completely, right? It's not Doctor Who anymore. So wake up, wise up, and fucking blame who you should be blaming, which is the BBC. The BBC, as usual, scumbags. Exactly. It's as simple as that. Zombie Box Reviews. You're absolutely spot on. The BBC should just pay him what he's owed. Exactly. He's given he said he's given a reasonable price. His solicitor apparently said the same. And they refused it. The BBC refused it. Right? They've got Disney money. Remember, folks, just to tell you how greedy the fucking BBC are. Right? They've got Disney money. And they've also got Sony money. Right? Remember the stake that was bought of Bad Wolf Studio? They've got plenty of money. They just don't want to spend it on a property that they say that they care about. They tried to convince us that they care about Doctor Who, but yet won't pay the people that are behind some of these iconic props and villains. So, you know what I mean? Someone has to take a stand at some point, you know? And remember, just to refresh everybody's memories, because you're all a bunch of idiots out there, you know, when Russell T brought Doctor Who back originally, sure, he had a different season planned for Series 1, because he didn't know whether he was going to get the rights to the Daleks or not. And then it was sorted out the last minute. And so then Season 1 became completely something different. The Toclafane were supposed to actually feature in Series 1, but they ended up featuring in Series 3 in David Tennant's. Right? The Toclafane were supposed to be the main villain in Season 1, because he didn't know whether he was getting the rights to the Daleks or not. But again, BBC back then were criticised for the strong arming and all the tactics that they were using and stuff like that. So no, fuck them. They've got to pay. And if they don't pay, Doctor Who goes off air. Simple as that. Come on, Noel. Ian gave us the masterful musical classic Doctor in Distress. Listen. I know you're taking the piss there, but listen. I have all of the respect for Ian and for anybody that found classic episodes and saved them, right? But that does not give him the entitlement to go around acting like a spoiled little kid because he's not getting his own way. And trust me, that man probably has several copies of An Unearthly Child in different formats, right? He's just moaning because he's being a little bitch, because he's acting self-entitled, because he's saying to everybody, hey, look at me, remember me, right? And he sent a mob to your man, the same mob that went after me, Lee, and everybody else, and you know how relentless those guys are. So this isn't you know what I mean? This is absolutely disgusting. Ian suing him. I hope fucking he gets his ass sued. And is shut up once and for all. Simple as bloody that. Absolute disgraceful behaviour from a grown man. And yeah, look, I'll admit it, I haven't always, you know, conducted myself with, yeah, with a blaze of glory, or neither have I been perfect. We're all imperfect. We all have our imperfections, right? But this is just absolutely ridiculous when the story is still available for people to buy. It's just the new copies that they do when they re-release it. It's not going to have it. So just go out and buy the old copy and stop being a bitch about it, because you probably have a seven times already in different special editions that they brought out anyway. So what you moaning for? You're just moaning because you, as I said, we grow up in a society. Even the older folk now are starting to get a bit self-entitled. You just need to fucking cop on. Just need to cop on. You start these fucking kids. Like, stop acting the prick. Yeah, exactly. He's made it personal and he's gone too far. And he's getting called out for it, right? And thank you, you prick, because you've made me talk about it again. But I couldn't stay silent on this because the man is getting fucking harassed left, right, and fucking centre, Ian, because of you, right? Then you're asking people to find out where his sister lives. Have you got his sister's address? Do you think that's behaviour of a rational person? Because it's not. It's not. Right? We're actually quite spoiled as fans. Yeah, I would have to agree with that assessment. Truly, I think we are. There are. Don't get me wrong. We always want more, and we always will. But you're right. We have been quite spoiled, especially these new Who years. We've definitely been spoiled. Um, there's no need for his behavior. There's no need for his behavior. But you know, he's gone too far now. It's gone too far now. And, the bottom line is that, whether either both parties, Ian and your man, can resolve their differences. If not, what's going to basically happen is there's going to be some court cases because, you know, you can't be going around doing the stuff that he's doing. And look, Ian is quote tweeting Mr. TARDIS. That's all you need to know about Ian, right? He's quote tweeting Mr. TARDIS, right? That's all you need to know, right? Right. So that's all you need to know about him, right? And that's what he's done. He's retweeting him because then he knows Mr. TARDIS will retweet his tweets. And then Mr. TARDIS gets followed by all of these kids, this mob. And then what happens then? The mob goes after your man. So there you go. It's right there in black and white. He's retweeted. There you go. Ian Levine's retweeted Mr. TARDIS there. Right. Okay. That's all you need to know about Mr. Ian. Right? He retweets one of the biggest scumbags in this fandom that has been gone around harassing and bullying people and called people white supremacists and all the other names you could think of, and does it with impunity and gets away with it and hides behind his block button, a coward. So that's who Ian actually retweeted. He retweeted a coward. So, and Ian is acting like a bit of a coward. So, they attract each other. Do you know what I mean? So that, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. And there you go. Cinnamon Toast says, "Dear me." And Zombie Box Reveal says, "Oh, that bell end." Absolutely. See, that's all you need to know, man. Right? So that's what's happened. That's how the mob has gotten a hold of this. Right? And they don't care. And they'll act all innocent then when they get called out for it. Oh, what's it? Right? That's what they do. They never take responsibility for their own shit. Right? They'll blame everybody. Well, it's not my fault that they all went and attacked them. And then they'll go, "Oh, will you leave him alone?" Then he wrote a tweet up, "Oh, leave him alone. Leave him alone, will you? So I'm going to be suing him." You ain't going to be suing nobody, butthead. Right? Everybody has screenshots of all the stuff that you said just in case you decide to delete them to cover your own arse. So don't even bother. Right? You threatened to find, you wanted to find this man's sister's address. You asked people online to find his sister's address, you little psycho. Yeah, you ain't suing him successfully. He can counter sue all right and have your ass. Right? So, you know what? Do you know what you should do? You should stop wasting the court's time, right? And go with your tail between your legs and apologize, right? Be a big man and fucking apologize. Or do you have it in you at all? Or are you the fucking coward that I think you are? Right? Because I tell you fucking something, Ian. If you did that to me, I'd be dragging you through the courts. You'd be getting fucking sued. Right? You'd be getting fucking sued. Fucking asking for people's sisters' fucking dresses. The cheeky you. Listen, the biggest mistake that Sargon made was let fucking Mr. TARDIS away with that. He should have sued him because Mr. TARDIS wouldn't be behaving the way he's behaving now, especially if there's a court case and someone sues you. You're going to shut the fuck up pretty fucking fast. And that was the mistake. That was the mistake. He should have fucking sued. He should have fucking sued Mr. TARDIS, but he fucking didn't. Anybody comes out and says that, misquote you, and says that you're okay with women being what? And I have the screenshot of actually what, because I've never gotten rid of that. I have what Mr. TARDIS said and his pathetic apology. Right? So it's grand. Everybody has that evidence. Everybody has it. That's the type of creep Ian is like retweeting, right? And Ian can pretend that he doesn't know who these people are. Of course he does. He's been well informed by myself, Lee, and others what these people are capable of, right, over the last 5 years. So he knows exactly what he's doing. He used the mob. He used these fucking deranged kids, right, to go after your man. The same deranged kids that Ian will slag off and give shit about because of the show, right? That was his biggest mistake, man. If he had sued him, that was it. Because see, us smaller YouTubers can't. We don't have the resources and we don't have the money to do it. So that's why he goes after us small guys, because he knows that he can't be touched, right? And that's just the sad reality of it, right? But if I was a YouTuber with 1 million or 2 million subscribers, he wouldn't even dare do what he does. He wouldn't even open his mouth about me, because he knows all it takes is one word and I'd have him shut down completely. But I can't do that because I'm a smaller YouTuber. I don't have any power. He used to think I did. Do you remember when they all used to think I had an army? Yeah, Noel has a secret army of people that abuse other people behind the scenes. Yeah, where are they now? Where are they now then? There was never an army. There was just me, right? And it was always just me, because I don't need anybody, right? But people did defend me and had me back, right? Because they saw how far it got. But I don't need anybody. I don't need an army. If I need to take someone on, I'll take them on. I don't care how big of a YouTuber you are. I'll take you on, simple as that. But these cowards run. And they all have me blocked. Every single one. Still to this day, by the way, still has me blocked. Funny. But yeah, madness, man, what's going on in the fandom. But I'm glad I'm out of it. I've got bigger fish to fry, as I said. And, you know, you look at what's going on around the world, and, you know, we got to do something as a human race. You know, it's not just about Irish people or people in the UK. It's the whole world's gone crazy. So someone has to take a stand and call for peace, because, you know, what seems to be happening here is that there's people taking sides. You know, we all do it. We all take sides. We're all guilty of it. We all do it. But you know, I think the fundamental message should be is that all killing is bad, war is bad, and we should strive for world peace. And I've said this a few times on this channel. It's not a, it's a kind of a pipe dream to me because I don't think we'll ever achieve world peace. But we were going so much in the right direction before all of this nonsense over these last decade maybe happened. I mean, you look back 10 years ago and you'll be startled, right? We were giving out how bad it was 10 years ago. You go back 10 years now, we actually had a very lucky, we didn't even realize that we were actually on the verge. And that from that point on, everything was just going to go downhill. And that's what's happened. That's what's happened. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're seeing the horrors all over, And we don't ask the people. Listen, people, look, sane people with morals don't ask for war. But I don't know. I've just seen over these last couple of weeks, I've just seen a change, and it actually startles me how everybody's divided on everything now. Like years ago, if all of the stuff that's happening in Gaza and Israel happened 10 years ago, everybody would come out and be on Israel's side, and they would condemn Hamas. But that's not what we're saying this time. Now, yesterday, the media, all the politicians and people on social media were accusing Israel of bombing a hospital. And of course, they all ran with this, and they all accused of Israel of war crimes. Now it transpires, and there's actually video footage that was actually Hamas themselves that did it. It was a misfired rocket and it landed in the hospital, but they blamed Israel because it's easier to blame Israel. Another thing that people are stupid about as well is that actually US intelligence, you don't even have to go by Israeli intelligence, US intelligence and other intelligence agencies around the world, if you can actually trust them though, say that Hamas built bases under hospitals and key areas like that, so there is civilian casualties. Because if you think for 1 second that Hamas actually care about the Palestinian people, well then you actually have your head buried in the sand, you're naive and you're a stupid fucking idiot. Okay? Now, what I've seen over these last couple of weeks, the behavior of citizens and the way it's divided people, right? And you've got one particular side siding with one side, and you've got one particular side siding with another side. Shouldn't be about sides here, right? There's innocent lives, no matter what anybody says, right? There are innocent lives being taken by some evil people. And war is never a good thing, right? We don't profit from war, right? The people of the countries that are being bombed or are under threat, it's like, I mean, how can anybody live in 2023 today and justify another war, justify innocent blood being spilled? But you have people justifying it. And then you have people then, the hatred in this world has been exposed. We knew it was bad, right? We actually didn't know it was bad. But I think the last couple of weeks have really opened my eyes about how evil this planet and the human race has become. Apparently, NASA said there's a big asteroid heading towards us. You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I do agree. I see. If you believe the conspiracy theories JWC reviews, this is all part of a major plan. There'll be multiple wars. Then what happens is then the governments of the world then will fake an alien invasion. And apparently then it'll bring everybody together. Then that's how they will create the one world government and blah, blah, blah. But not before using real bombs and weapons on the population of the planet. Because remember, they've got to get the planet down to, as what was it? They said before that thing was destroyed, what was it, 500 million people or something like that for the Earth and humans to coexist properly on the planet. So they want to wipe us out, like, do you know what I mean? Like, people actually think that COVID was an accident and think that a miracle job just came about, like, do you know what I mean? They were all part of a depopulation, but people are so fucking stupid that they actually lined up and got it and believed that this was going to save them. In reality, what they all did was they signed their death warrants. But it's Russian roulette. You're not going to know when it's going to strike, but because you took that, you're going to be dead. We've already seen evidence of that. Healthy 22-year-olds, sports people just dropping dead. Just dropping dead. Bang! Oh, it must be climate change. Oh, it must be eggs. Oh, no, it's everything but the jab. Right? So they tried to blame everything else for it. Right? Bottom line is they killed you all. And most of the sheep lined up and got the jab, and then you all got your boosters. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I should feel sorry for you all, but, you know, at the end of the day, you let fear get the better he is. Right? Simple as that. I mean, you know, it's just awful what they've done. The politicians themselves, and worldwide, by the way, they're all in on it. But they've turned this planet and the people on it. I just don't know what's happened. We're in the end of times now. Well, you know, I always as you know, I watch a lot of the so-called conspiracy theorists, but they're not conspiracy theorists anymore, are they? But yeah, this was all predicted by YouTubers and people on YouTube about 10, 15 years ago. But they were called lunatics. They were called crackpots. And they actually said that Israel would fall. They predicted all of this. Israel goes first, and then the dominoes collapse, right? You've got Russia and Ukraine fighting a war, but it'll turn into a real one, right? Then you'll have China. China won't be happy. They'll get itchy feet and they'll think, oh, we'll go in after Taiwan now, right? And then what'll happen is South Korea then will say, no, we're not having that. That's not happening on air watching. Then North Korea decides, you know what, well, feck you, Seoul. Here's a nuke up your ass, right? And then there you go. It starts. We're on the verge. Actually, some people say we're on the verge of World War III. World War III already started, right? It's already started, okay? Just because all the countries haven't come and start fighting each other yet, right, doesn't mean that it hasn't started. It's started. Remember how World War I started and World War II started? Remember the dominoes fell? World War I especially, right? an incident happened, and then all the dominoes fell one by one, and then bang, World War One. World War Three has already started, you muppets. Not yours. The clowns. Right? It's already started, you idiots. Right? Wake up. Right? Fucking hell. People are so fucking slow. And then we still have Irish people. Oh, yeah, let's bring them all in. Yeah, yeah, woo. Be great, it will. Do you know what? Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see a terrorist attack in Ireland, I have to say. Never seen one in my life, so it'd be great to see one in my own country, like, do you know what I mean? Because I feel like we're missing out like the rest of Europe and America. You know, we got to have one. Fucking idiots. Like, that's how we're acting. Like, it's like as if we're bringing it on. Come on, yeah, bring it on. Seriously, man, I'm not messing. You think I'm going crazy? I'm not. It's the truth. It's like as if people around Europe, UK, Ireland, wherever it is, oh, yeah. There's a terrorist cell in your car. Oh, yeah, let's bring more in. Yeah. Right. That literally the Guardian have told us that there's a terrorist cell, right? There's potentially an ISIS terrorist cell in Dublin. And they've been monitoring them for the last couple of months, right? We have 107,000 unvetted migrants in this country. 107,000, right? And everybody's like, yeah, my God, yay! You're seeing it happen in Brussels. You're seeing it happen in Sweden. You're seeing it happen in Italy. You're seeing it happen in France, right? You're seeing it happen in the UK, and it's going to happen in Ireland, right? Wake the fuck up, you bunch of blind, bloody idiots. Yous are literally allowing yous our own annihilation. And yous are welcoming it with open arms. Oh, yeah, come on in, it's okay. That's what I mean. Like, Belfast has had to deal with that shit. Right? In Dublin, we've been kind of lucky down here in the south. We haven't had many incidents over the Troubles, but we did have a few. But compared to what the north fucking suffered, and the and London and England in particular, right? Innocent people blown up because of their religious background or whatever the fuck it was. And for what? Now, luckily in Ireland, I mean, you know, we can brag about it. There is relative peace up in the north, but even tensions up there are simmering again because people are disillusioned. You know, and what happens when people get disillusioned? They're going to fight back. It's simple as that. Yeah, UK has gone completely crazy for the stabbings as well. There was a stabbing as well. Oh, yeah. I saw in Italy, right? Do you know what, though? This is what annoys me about the law enforcement in every country, right? If a bloke is walking around with a knife, yeah, okay, you don't follow him around, okay? Now, if you can't take him on yourselves because you don't have a gun, well, then you ring special branch or something and get someone down here with a gun to take him out. You don't follow him around like a bunch of fucking idiots while he's walking around with a knife in his hand. But you know what? We're not even prepared here, right? Now, Helen McAtee is praising herself. Oh, yeah, we got new Gardaí on the street. You're going to need a fucking army. You're going to fucking need an army because your government's policies have put this country in direct danger. You are not able to handle what is about to come. The shitstorm that's coming to Ireland, we are not going to be able to handle it. No, sorry, I'll rephrase. The government and the armed forces in this country are not going to be able to handle it. And guess what's going to happen there? It's going to be left to us to clean your mess because of your incompetence, right? Because I know what will happen. You will all go running when there's a sign of fucking trouble, right? That's how much I believe in the Irish government. The bunch of muppets would run. They would run. They'd get on a plane and get out of Dublin ASAP, the whole lot of them. Traitor scumbags that they are, right? They brought this upon us. And by the way, people are saying, the plantation, the invasion, it's already happened. What are you talking about? It's already happened. It's been happening since the 90s, since Mary Robinson opened her mouth and said, we should take in people from everywhere. Right? Everybody was blowing smoke up Mary Robinson's ass for 14 years when you saw she's a president, the first female president. Right? She ruined this fucking country. Right? That's where it all originates back to. Right? If everybody wants to get down to the fucking real nitty gritty here, she was fucking responsible. And guess what? She's still fucking, I thought she was dead. She's still a fucking life, but there she was recently yapping all about, shut up, Mary. The elders of whatever she is, the elders of the UN or whatever the fuck she's called, who gives a fuck? Right? Your fucking pressure on the Irish government, your beliefs put this fucking country in the fucking mess that it's in. Mary fucking Robinson, fuck off me arse. Right? So, I was a kid growing up when she was president, and the Irish people did love her. I'm not going to lie, even me back in the day. I was a kid. Who was I to know that she was a fucking corrupt piece of shit like the rest of them? But that's where it originates from, right? She said, let's take when that thing in Rwanda happened, she says that Ireland should welcome all it and we should change her, blah, blah, blah. And what did the government do? They did exactly what she asked them to fucking do, right? And they opened the floodgates, okay? So it's not even this government, right, that started all of this. It's fucking Mary Robinson, right? In the 90s when all this started. Because you look at Ireland before the 2000s, right? This country was completely fucking different, right? I'm not saying you didn't have other nationals living in Ireland. You did. But they were few and far fucking between. And the ones that were here were working very fucking hard, right? Now we got a bunch of fucking wasters over here, right, from Ukraine or whatever. And I don't feel sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not going to fucking sit here and feel sorry for a fucking Ukrainian that's ran from their own fucking country like a fucking coward and then given everything fucking here, right? When an Irish person goes then into the social welfare to try get the same fucking benefits or to try get a roof over their heads, they're fucking put out in the street or put in a hostel for a couple of years or a fucking hotel. Nobody gives a bollocks about them. And I know because I was in the fucking system, right? And I know how fucking horrible it is and what I had to do to get this fucking roof over me fucking head, right? It finally took me mother, believe it or not. She had enough of me in a fucking hostel for 4 fucking years. Yes, 4 fucking years, right? Living with fucking ropey priests. That's the word I'll use for them, but you know what I mean? Those sort of priests, alcoholics, fucking heroin addicts. Now, I'm not judging the heroin addicts or the alcoholics, right? I definitely will fucking judge a fucking child, fucking, you know what I'm talking about, right? And we rented that fucker out anyway, that priest. We weren't having no fucking scumbag like that living with us. But anyway, though, but the amount of people that OD'd in where I was, or got alcohol poisoning, or people that I found when I was coming back after visiting me, or found outside the gate, absolutely nearly half dead. Sure, I'll give you a laugh. I came home one night, right, after being out. And I don't know if you remember, but it was a time when it was really cold in Ireland and it dropped to, I think, -4. Right, it really was. Like you were saying, we were colder in some parts of Russia, right? Siberia, actually. That's how cold it actually was, right? So I came home after being visiting me mum and dad because I needed to get out of that place. You know, you need to do something to keep saying. The only thing that kept me sane was the fact that I was able to go over and visit. And they would have took me in, but there was no room. Me other brothers and sister had moved back. There was no room in the inn. Like it was either that or sleep on the fucking floor, and I can't sleep on the floor with my back, so I fucking took the hostel, even though probably the biggest mistake I made in my life. But there's one particular resident there, right? And I'll tell you this story because this is fucking sick. And he was outside, and he was obviously on his head on something, but he wanted to be let out. And at a certain time, you're not allowed to be let out. So obviously, while I was trying to get into the gate, trying to get in, he was trying to get out. And your man in the office says, "Could you do us a favor? Just stop it." He's not. And I see the state he was in. I say, "Ah, come on, man, come on in. We get you a cup of tea. We'll get you all warmed up." Blah blah blah. He goes to me, "Ah, you're all right, pal. You're grand. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna sit here for a while." Woke up the next morning, walked outside, he was still there, and he was stiff. He died out in the cold, right out in front of the security desk. And where was the security fella? Fucking sleep. Fucking sleep. Unbelievable. Ambulance was rang. He was purple because they were asking, would anybody do CPR? You know, I said, look, he's like, he's purple. I mean, he's gone. I mean, he's stiff. I mean, rigor mortis is like I can't move him off the chair. Do you know what? That traumatized me for a while. I'm not going to lie. I had nightmares weeks, for months maybe. I had nightmares. It's not the first corpse I've seen. I'm not going to lie, but just seeing them sitting there. And then there was some poor fella that was in there with us as well. And the fella he talked to next door, he let a merciful scream. While I was there, actually, two people died. The other fella, though, he was sitting up in his bed. He took a heart attack in his bed. What he was sitting up in his fucking bed. Like, imagine walking into someone's room, they're sitting up and they're just like no express. Like you jump out your fucking skin. But I had nightmares after. I'm not gonna lie. It's horrible. It was horrible. And then when I got this place, I mean, I hadn't even got a bit of furniture when I moved in here. I slept on this floor. And as I told you earlier, I went into the hostel because I refused to sleep on my parents' floor. But after experiencing all I experienced, by the time I got this place, I slept on this floor until I got a bed. I moved out straight away, got out of there, packed me bags, and I was gone. And it's horrible. And this is what this Irish government doesn't understand. So I know why people are upset and why people are giving out. Communities are upset as well. Because remember, when their kids get older and it comes time for them to go out into the big bad world and to get a roof over their heads, they're not going to have one. Right? So people think the homeless crisis is bad now. It's going to get bad in the next 10 or 15 years' time if we're still around, there is. It's going to get bad in the next 10, 15 years' time. And the government, the Irish government, will never have enough houses to build to house all of these people. Right? It's as simple as that. So that's why you got to make sacrifices. You've got to make those hard decisions. And the hard decisions is to close your borders and to get rid of the 107,000 unvetted migrants that are in this country. You then do a review of all of the people that have received citizenship over the last decade, because I do believe that the Irish government have fast-tracked a lot of these citizen applications in return for those people to vote for those parties. And that's what I believe is happening as well. There has to be a whole investigation into the whole system. And only then can we find out what the true scale of this government's shameful treachery is. And I can tell you, it's marks. Now, the government gave us a 61% figure. Always remember, when the government gives you a figure like that, always add an extra 10% onto it, right? Seriously, no mess, right? So in reality, if you look at it from the figure, the 107,000 figure I'm getting is from the people that come in from last year and this year, right? 61% of those are apparently unvetted. Now, that's just those 2 years, right? You think of all the other years of unvetted, right? There's over what? How many million people living in Ireland now? Let me see. What's the exact? We're heading towards the 7 million mark, if I'm correct. Let me see. And remember, the census doesn't cover everybody, so this won't be an accurate figure either, but it'll be close. What is the current population of Ireland? I'm doing the whole of the island. Right, so in 2021, the population was just over 5 million, right? In 2023, actually, I'll tell you what it was. It was 5 million, 5 million and 33, 5 million and 5 million dot 33 million, right? But that was in 2021. So 2 years later, the current population is now 5,056,935. So we've added, holy shit. So it increased by 0.73% from its 2021 total. That's for 2022, and it increased again by 0.82% in 2020. So the population is continuing to increase. Now, that obviously doesn't take into account the current influx of migrants that we've taken in, right? Which the government have estimated is between, what, 60, 70,000, right? So there's more than 107,000, obviously, unvetted living in this country right now. And everybody is up with their signs. Oh, yeah, bring them in. Yep. Right? Now, Micheál Martin, just before, because I'm going to wrap up now, but Micheál Martin was on Cork FM or Red FM or whatever it's called, and he was talking about how he thinks it's disgusting that we Irish don't do our bit and all of this crap he was giving. And he was talking about how countries out there took in the Irish in their time in aid and stuff like that, right? Yeah, but you forgot to mention, Micheál, that when all of those Irish people went to those countries, they weren't begging on the social welfare systems, right? They actually, took the government assistance to get themselves on their feet, and then they actually went and they all got jobs and they worked for a living. Americans will say that the Irish and the Italians built their country, and that is probably an accurate description, right? Irish people, wherever they went, ended up adding to that society by working hard and adding to the economies of those societies. The difference is today is you got a load of freeloaders coming into the country, Mihal. See, that's the problem. See, Mihal, you will go and call Irish people freeloaders for being on social welfare. The media will call people freeloaders, but they don't say anything about the freeloaders from Ukraine who come over here, or the freeloaders from the Roma gypsy population that are here that do nothing but beg and fucking steal. What do the Roma do in this country? Nothing. They're out in the streets every day begging, stealing, causing fights with each other and causing the disruption, throw their rubbish everywhere and make wherever they go look like a shithole. Okay? They don't add on to the economy, right? They take money from the economy, just like the Ukrainians do now, right? They take money from this economy, right? And if you actually opened your eyes, Mihal, you will see that a lot of these Ukrainians that are over here, the properties that you give them, right? The roofs that you put over their heads, yeah? They're renting rooms out in those properties and charging over €800 a fucking month. So explain that. So if you want to call Irish people scammers and do this, that, and the other, maybe actually deal with the fucking scammers that we have in this country, right? A few years back, it was the Polish people scamming the fucking Irish by fucking coming over here, right? Collecting their fucking social welfare and going fucking back at home or sending the money back to fucking Poland. Look at Poland now, right? The economy is thriving. This is what these countries fucking do, right? And you know what? Zelensky lets a couple of these citizens leave to all of these other countries. Because if you think the money is the money that you're giving them is actually staying in Ireland, you fucking knobhead, right? It's not. Every single bit of money that these Ukrainian citizens are getting is going back to fucking Ukraine. On top of all the aid that you fucking idiots are giving to that country. Get the fucking boat. Right? Fucking celebrities popping up everywhere in Ukraine. I tell you, for a country that's at fucking war, right? For a country that's at war, I tell you fucking something that's had some amount of fucking celebrities visit, hasn't it? I've never seen the like of it in my life. The Ukrainian Football League as well apparently was going ahead. Jordan, what wartime? Wartime. Like the FA, the English FA, didn't they stop playing football during the World War or no? Like they're still playing football, right? And then everybody wants, do you know what? This is what I'll say to you, right? Right? People say, nah, Russia should be excluded from sports and all of this. Look, we all know Russia have been cheating in sports for years as well anyway. So maybe it is proper that they are banned, right? Because they never compete fair, right? But if you're going to get rid of Russia, you should be getting rid of Ukraine as well, right? Because I can tell you now, if you think that Ukraine and Zelensky is a saint, right? Well, you don't know what's going on in that country, and you all need to open your eyes, right? Because before all of this so-called conflict broke out, politicians in the US and politicians around Europe were talking about Ukraine's problem with neo-Nazism. Right? Then this starts and he's all sweeping under the floor. Oh, it's under the carpet now. We don't talk about them being neo-Nazis. Shh, because we're giving them the money. We're giving them the money now, so shh, sweep it under the carpet. If anybody calls them neo-Nazis, right, we'll just say, no, you're the Nazi. They're not Nazis. No, it's misunderstood. Misunderstood. They're not evil. It's grand. And this is why this is a situation we are in as a society right now, right? Because people have Ukrainian flags in their bios and support neo-Nazism without even realizing that they're supporting neo-Nazism, right? And this is why everybody now is out being anti-Jewish now and coming out against Israel, because we've allowed, right, Nazism to rise up again. I'm a celebrity. Get me into Ukraine edition. Coming soon to Channel 4. I'd fucking watch that. I'd watch that. Do you know what? This is what you should do, right? You should send all of these lefty activist twats over to Ukraine, right? all the ones that have the Ukrainian flags in their bios, right? And show them what the fucking Ukrainian government, the war crimes that they're committing, and then see will they fucking back them then. Yous fucking idiots. The Ukrainians have, he's accused Israel of war crimes, but yous fucking ignore fucking Ukraine. You blame Israel for war crimes, but you fucking ignore Ukraine's war crimes, right? They've literally committed war crimes. But it's all right because you're on the right side of history. Are we ready?
No.
Fuck Amazon. So we're waiting for the right. So everything's being held up. This is why I've done the stream now, right? I've got a dinner to cook. I've got to go down to the fucking shops, right? I haven't got my coffee. I'm cranky, right? And the Amazon van is playing fucking catch a mouse with me fucking wife outside. And that little prick is annoying me as well.
Also, here's the gossip. Here's the gossip, everyone.
Oh, there's gossip.
So right outside of the building today, apparently they had landscapers or construction people come out, and where the footpath was all like wobbly, they added fresh concrete.
And someone stood on it.
Oh, not stood in it, like stamped a big footprint in one, and then like drug some marks, so it's all screwed up looking. Like, I mean, they must have done it just after they left because they were down there earlier. So within like 2 hours, someone has completely destroyed the newly laid concrete. But we get a letter.
We're going to be getting letters.
We just got a letter.
Did you?
No.
Anyway. Anyway, I better go before I get any more grumpy.
Helpful for me.
Is there no way of sending him a message saying, listen,
no, because
buddy.
I have the driver contact information. So I'm just thinking like,
You've been saying that the last bleeding 4 hours.
because it just told me it's like one tap away. They're just screwed. They're actually taking the piss. They're like, we're one tap away. Wait, nudge, nudge.
Like, she said they're close to 4 hours. 4 hours ago. Amazon. Anyway, they're these scented waxes, you know, for Christmas and all of that. It'd be nice to have a little, you know, autumn in your gaff and shit. Especially you live in an apartment block, you know. All right, well, I'll be grand. That's the first thing everybody has said to me. Listen, lads and ladies, right? You know I'm not a fucking idiot, right? Not going to get myself into trouble. There will be no trouble. That's why we film these things, to make sure there is no trouble, right? Because if the media then try to spin it, we can actually show the footage of what's really going on. We're not going to let these people lie and twist things, right? I'll be okay. I was all right at the last match. As I said, you could feel there was a bit of an atmosphere, but rightly so. You know, people are angry. But this is a gathering for peace, so it should be, you know, unless you get Antifa like they showed up last time, unless you get them, or you get Hamas supporters come at us. Then that's the only way there's going to be problems, because we're only there to assemble peacefully, you know. We're not there for violence. We're there to call for the end of violence. So, but yeah, I'll be on my guard. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'll be on my guard, man. I'll be on my guard. I do have, listen, I was at the last one. I had my eyes everywhere. I had my eye. When you're at these things, you have to have your eyes everywhere. I even noticed the plants in the crowd. I notified a couple here. They're gonna cut their plants. Like, it was so fucking obvious, because in Ireland they don't have it down yet, right? They're so fucking obvious. So don't worry. I'll be there with people that want to assemble peacefully. If anybody comes along, well, I'm pretty sure it's outside the Spire, which is beside the GPO. I'm pretty sure the guards are there scratching their balls, because that's where they always stand anyway. So I'm pretty sure there'll be some guard presence, you know. So yeah. So look out on Rumble, right? I'm not saying I'll probably put it up tonight. It'll probably be tomorrow, but I might put up a few clips. You know, just a few clips, just here and there tonight, just to say, let you see what the atmosphere is like and stuff like that. And then obviously then I'll put it all together then, because obviously I'm not recording the whole lot all the way through, because I'll stand there with me family arm be dead. So I'll record there'll be speeches anyway, I'm pretty sure. So my goal is to actually record some of the speeches and obviously show the crowd and keep an eye on things, make sure that nothing goes awry, because, you know, it'd be a bit funny, like, well, it'd be ironic, wouldn't it? You go there for a peace gathering and then it turns into a fucking a fucking fist fest. But no, it won't. It won't. The people that are there, very serious about peace. So yeah. So I'll keep you all updated today, so you don't worry. That's why I'm saying if you don't follow me on Rumble, I'll put it in the link now, because I'll be on Rumble later on, because I obviously have the data. So when I'm outside, I'll be able to record and stuff, and I'll be able to do a quick little stream on Rumble. Maybe let's just see that everything is all right. Because look, there are just people worried, right? But I'll be fine. It is on at 8 o'clock at night, so you know it'll be funny. It'll be funny and ironic if something happens. Right, what am I looking for again? See, I do this wrong every time, don't I? I have to go back again. I'm still only getting used to this Rumble. It's a pain in the ass, but you know, it's my channels. You set up a page and then you have to set up a channel, and you can have multiple channels on your page. I mean, it's a good idea in principle, but I mean, Jesus, it's just a pain in the ass. Anyway, I'm gonna put my Rumble account in. It's actually on my Twitter X now, proper. Oh, and one more thing before I do go. Elon Musk, I knew it because I predicted this. Do you remember I kept telling you, have you noticed there seems to be a lot more bots since Elon Musk took over? Well, he wrote up a post yesterday which shows the reason why he put all the bots on X, and he's a scumbag. So just want to tell you is that free speech on X comes with a price. He's charging people in the Philippines and in another country, and he's trying it out, but he's going to charge people $1, right, to use Twitter, right, and to get access to their features. So for your ability to look at people's tweets and to retweet, you've got to pay $1 now, right? I'm going to say if he starts charging people now, it was bad enough with the blue check mark, but I knew this was going down this route because I predicted it. But I did say if he charged for Twitter, I'm off it. I'm not paying to go on and talk to my friends and to discuss things. Speech shouldn't have a price on it. So I'm sorry, I'm done if he does that. Any positive news? Positive. Let me see. Any positive news? Positive. Hold on, I'll ask Google. Is there any positive news? No, even Google's having a problem finding positive news at the moment. Positive news. I'm trying to think. I'm seriously trying to think of some positive news. Actually, I got some positive news. I'm going to get a coffee in a few minutes, so that'll be positive. But no, all joking aside, they're in fairness, like, what would we consider positive news now with all the shit that's going on? I mean, the only positive news, I suppose, positive news. Are we getting closer to the weekend? It's definitely a no. I mean, look, I'm not trying to be smart here, but I mean, there's nothing like. I mean, Rick and Morty's back. I mean, that's a little bit positive, I suppose, if you still like the show. I buy that for $1, as RoboCop might say. Nah, man, I'm not paying for it. Look, I know, like, people think I will. I won't pay for it. No, I won't. I can't afford to be paying. And I know it's only whatever it is. It'd be €1.50 here or whatever the fuck. I'm not paying for it. I shouldn't have to pay to use a platform that was originally free. Right? Okay? It's his fault. He fucked it up, Elon. That's the bottom line. He fucked it up. Nobody will admit it. He fucked it up. The old regime may have been fucking blocking people and may have been doing that and the other. But let's be honest. Twitter was much better before Elon took over, right? And anybody that says it's better now, you're lying through his teeth. It's crap, right? I get no interaction at all because he fucked up the algorithm that I can't. And now all I get is porn. And then some fucking slut on fucking X tried to tell me, oh, the reason why you're getting my profile shows because you're looking at this. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't look at you dirty little desperate women. OnlyFans. I think these are prostitutes, hookers. So why would I go in there prostituting a hooker? Right? I'm not that desperate. I don't pay for me sex. Right? I don't pay women for photographs. Why would I? Right? Try to twist it on me. Well, you could block me. I blocked them and then like someone sent me a script. Oh, they're complaining that you blocked them. Of course I blocked them. I don't want that to do with them. I don't want to see that shit on my news feed. What I want to see on my news feed is what my mates that are on my that follow me, what they're posting. Not what some fucking random fucking desperate looking fucking woman, lonely bitch trying to extort men for their fucking money. Right? I don't want to be seeing those hookers anywhere on my fucking news feed. Thank you very fucking much. Okay? Porn bots. I know, yeah. They always have no likes and no followers as well. Do you notice that? But then you notice that girls that do have a lot of followers will like those because it's all a scam. It is. And then your woman tried to turn it on me. Well, you can use the block and mute button. Well, I am going to use the block and mute button. Like, and then some blokes, oh, we secretly loving it. And I wrote back, no, I'm not as desperate as you. Right, I'm a married man, right? I don't need to worry about me sexual needs or anything, right? If I want a fucking hooker, I will go out and actually fucking get a hooker, right? If I wanted one. But I don't want a fucking hooker because I'm fucking married. So he's got fuck off with your porn bots. Elon, get your shit sorted because I'm sick of looking at them. Hey, your wife. It's grand. I'm defending your honor. Right, sick of this shit. Right, he's fucked our app up, and you all know it deep down. He has. He's infested it with fucking sex and crap. And anyway, he's into that shit himself. Because look at his previous girlfriends and girlfriends and missuses. Right, they're either these e-girls or fucking girls that get dressed up and shit. Right, he has this weird fetish for all of these porn fucking girls, and that's why he's infected fucking his platform with them because he wants to see them himself. Well, listen, the rest of us don't want to see your dirty, perverted fucking shit, right? I went on to Twitter, right, to converse with my fucking friends, right, that had the same opinions as myself, and then have discussion and debates with people that don't have the same opinions that I have, right? I didn't come on to see some half-naked bitch desperate for fucking attention, looking for me fucking money, telling me, oh, you're single? No, I'm married. And then they reply, it doesn't matter if you're married. Well, it does to fucking me, right? There's a thing called loyalty. Yeah, loyalty, which you bitches will never have, right? And then all these OnlyFans, they actually all think they'll get boyfriends and a man to settle down with them after all they're done. Listen, no bloke wants a hooker or a prostitute as a girlfriend or a future wife, right? So these are all fucking deluded if you think that someday a Prince Charming's going to come along, put a big rock on your finger, and it's going to be okay with the fact that you've screwed over 500 fucking men. Right? Oh no, they tried to pin it on me, man. She tried to make it out that I was the one that was looking. Listen, I'm open with Cheryl. If I was looking at other women on the internet, I would fucking tell her, look, isn't she lovely looking? Like, she'd even bring me, what do you think of her? Right? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's that, but I'm sick of these fucking sex bots, right? All I'm seeing is porn, someone being banged. I don't want to fucking see that shit, right? If I want to see porn, I will go and watch it on a fucking porn channel, right? I didn't join fucking Twitter to fucking have that in me face, right? And it's not just that as well. He has other disgusting stuff on it as well, which I won't even go there, right? With videos of animals and all this shit. Like, he's turned it into an absolute fucking joke. And now and then he says, right, he goes, oh, this is the only way that I can sort out the bots by charging you to get rid of them. No, you flooded them in the first place. So what you can do is you can unflood them, you fucking dopey cunt. For a smart man, you really are a stupid fuck. Right? A billionaire, you say? A billionaire. Well, I tell you something, you're going to lose your 4 billion or whatever you paid for this fucking stupid app. Right? Because you've ran it into the ground. So you're not that fucking smart. You're not that fucking intelligent, because everything that you're doing is fucking wrong on the fucking thing. Right? You've turned it into a fucking cesspit. Full of misinformation as well. He says, "Oh, we're the only platform for true information." No, you're not. The fucking thing is full of misinformation, right? There's people in my thread with conspiracy theories from fucking years ago that have already been debunked, still throwing the same shit out. Oh, look, Michelle Obama is a man. Can you prove it? No, you can't fucking prove it. You have a photograph of her on Ellen where her fucking white trousers come out a little bit and you all think she's a fucking man. Prove she's a man. You can't. So shut the fuck up. Right? This is what I see on Twitter now. Right? Oh, Michelle Obama's a man. Every woman is a man, secretly a man. Jennifer Aniston's a man. There's this fella on Twitter. Seriously, man. He has to be the worst for misinformation. The Twitter site is called Maverick. Right? Maverick X instead of Malcolm X. Right? And this fella is the dumbest motherfucker that I've ever met on the planet. Right? I'm serious. Right? Puts up a picture of Jennifer Aniston in a bikini. Oh, she's a man. Right? He put up a photograph of fucking what's her name? Jennifer. No, what's her name? What's her name? Yeah, it is Jennifer. What's her name? What's her name? It is Jennifer Fox, isn't it? Is it Jennifer? No, what's her name? What's your woman's name? You know, the one that takes off her clothes in Michael Bay movies. What was her name again? That's the one, Megan Fox. Yeah. Well, I missed the point I was trying to make there. But what was the point I was trying to make? See, that just totally fucking threw me now. There was a point I was trying to make. Nah, Jennifer Lord, she's a twat. But anyway, what was the point? Can someone just wind me back to what I was actually saying just before that, and then I'll be able to make me point about Jennifer. Oh, they say I did it again. I mean, fucking bitch face Megan Fox. I don't even know what I was going to say. What was it? There was something, and I've totally lost it now. Anyway, forget about it. It mustn't have been that important. It is Megan Fox after all. But look at, you know, we live in a see this is gas, you know. We live in a oh yeah, Maverick X. Yeah, so he puts up a picture of Jennifer Jennifer Lawrence as well, but Megan Fox. Now, I don't know about you guys, right? But I'm a red-blooded male, right? And me growing up, Megan Fox to me, she was right. Even now, Kim Kardashian in our prime, as I say, when I mean our prime before plastic surgery, right? She was an absolute beaut, right? This fella on this account, Maverick X, oh, they're women. Oh, they're men. They're men. They're not really women. They're men. They're men. Because he's convinced that Michelle Obama is a man, and that may be true. Look, there's no pregnant photographs of Michelle Obama on the internet. You can check, there is none, right? That's just the reality of it. You go and check any other celebrity lady out there and you'll see their pregnant photographs, but not her. It's a bit weird, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she is a trans woman, right? But he's convinced, right? And because he's convinced Michelle Obama is trans, he thinks now every woman on the fucking planet is secretly a man. I mean, you know, these lunatics. That's what Elon has done to X, right? It's full of these lunatics, right? And they have all these conspiracy theorists, right? Who just like leave it out. And then you've got your Biden supporters, and then you've got your Trump supporters. And yes, it's both sides, right? I don't have a dog in this fight, by the way. So I don't give a fuck if Biden or Trump supporters are offended by this. But the bottom line is that the both groups, both sides put out misinformation. These are just as bad as each fucking other, right? And you know what the problem is that misinformation will be retweeted thousands of fucking times, and a simple Google will debunk what they've actually put out. Then when they're told that they're wrong, right? Do you know what they do? They don't change it. Oh no, they leave it. They leave it because the clicks generate, and that's what he has done to Twitter now. Everything he has made it that everything has to generate clicks, right? The more clicks you get, the better it is for you, right? And that's what he's done. Right? He's ruined it. He's ruined it. I thought he would do right by it, but he's not doing right by it, right? All he likes to do is show off to all his friends on social media. Oh, I changed the love heart button to a fire button now. How cool am I? And then that dog gobshite. Oh, look, I changed the board to the dog guy thing. Yay, look at me, I'm Elon. Right? I'm going to get rid of porn. I'm going to get rid of child exploitation. I'm going to do this, that, and the other. But I don't do any of it. I do the bare minimum. And then I get people to blow smoke up me ass. That's what you do. Right? Now, listen, we all know you're a hard-working man. We all know that you have made differences on this fucking planet. Right? But the worst decision you ever made as a fucking businessman, and someone should have fucking told you, you're a fucking idiot. You should never went near Twitter, right? You haven't got a fucking clue what you're fucking doing, and you've ruined it. You've got a 4 billion asset, and you've probably fucking tanked it. Let's see what the Twitter shares are worth fucking now, actually. Right? You've probably tanked it. Right? It's not worth 4 billion now, Elon. Right? You'd be lucky if you get 1 billion for the fucking thing. You've ruined it. And Amazon is still not here. And I still didn't get me coffee. Actually, he bought it for 44 billion. Sorry, I said 4. That's even worse. I mean, you bought it for 44 billion. What exactly did you buy for 44 billion? And now it could be worth just 4 billion. So Twitter has lost 90% of its value. That's what it's saying here. It's lost 90% of its value. It was worth 44 billion, but it's worth 4 now.
I just want to go on record that I told you what he was going to do. If he was going to start charging people for subscriptions, and at first it was going to be a nominal thing, and then he's going to say the only reason to get rid of the bots is you guys are going to have to pay me. And pretty soon Twitter is going to be a paid thing for everyone you watch. I told you that months ago when you said I was off my account. You could take that out when you're finished rolling.
Oh, do you know what I could do? I could actually cook the dinner before I go anywhere. I'm not going to the shop now. It's too late. I'm not going anywhere. Sorry, I've got dinner to cook.
Promise?
No, Amazon, not my fault, Amazon.
No,
not my fault, Amazon are screwing up my fucking timetable.
So are you going to throw a fit tomorrow?
Right.
On milk?
Right. I'll get milk on my way home in the garage. Right, I'll make sure I'll buy myself a fucking cup of coffee when I'm out. Right, waiting on Amazon 5 fucking hours now. Fuck off, bunch of assholes. We're on our way. 5 hours? Jesus Christ, I'll be in fucking Spain and all by now. Well, if Michelle Obama, all right, yeah, but if Michelle Obama is obviously a trans woman, then yes, that would make Barack Obama gay. But considering that, like, you know, this has been a rumor about Barack Obama ever since he was in his college days that he was gay. Not that I have anything against that. I mean, why hide it? Do you know what I mean? I mean, would America be ready for the first gay president? I don't know, but they had one. Whether if the rumors are true, then they had one already. Just don't vote Hillary in. You know, if you have a head on your shoulders there. Apparently she might run again. There's me, Rumble. Follow me, Rumble. I'll be there later. Right, I'm gonna go because I've had enough of a rant. But yeah, I don't know if any of you are gonna pay for Twitter, but I will not be paying for Twitter. So if that happens, I'm off. I'm away with the fairies. I'm gone. I won't be using the platform ever again. I'm done. He's not going to charge me for speaking my mind. The fucking cheek of the cunt. Right? Simple as that. He's not going to charge me for speaking my mind. And how dare he think that he could do that? It's your fucking fault, your stupidity that you paid 44 million for something, right, that you didn't know anything about, right? And the rest of us shouldn't have to pay for your fucking failure because you've tanked the company. I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. And I'm not doing it. Okay? So that's it. I'm done. Chris is done as well. He won't be paying for it either. And rightly fucking so. Why should we pay it? You've tanked the company. You fix it. We're not paying for it. Right? You've got the blue legacy check mark. Right? You're charging people for subscriptions. That's enough. Right? That's enough. You're just being greedy now, overkill. Right? Simple as fucking that. You're not getting a penny off me. I don't care how popular it is or how well, it's not popular anymore because I get an absolute, unless I actually interact or retweet people that I know, it's the only way that I get interaction now. I have to retweet them to get interaction off people that I know because they can't see my fucking tweets. So I'm done. Some people will pay it though. This is the thing though. Listen, you know, you guys there in there, the couple of guys that said they're not going to pay for it, I know you two won't pay for it, right? There are people that will tell us to our face that they're not going to pay for it, but then we'll end up paying for it and then make an excuse for paying for it. And those people, I don't want that to do. So if don't come out and say you're not going to pay for it, if somewhere down the line then you're going to change your mind and pay for it, right? Just be out straight with everybody, right, on Twitter. Right, that you're going to pay for it or you're not going to pay for it. I've made my position clear, right, and a few others have, right, and even a couple of people says that they will get it, and fair play to them. They said that they would, so no issue, you know, because they come out and said they haven't come and told everyone I'm not paying for it, and then backtrack and pay for it, right? Not paying for it. There, a Mother Nature show will pay for it. But there you go. You told people that you'll pay for it. You won't say that you're not going to pay for it and then pay for it. That's the point I'm just trying to make. I just hate those people that say, "Oh, I'm not going to pay for it," and then like it's like, "Oh, I paid for it because I missed Twitter, miss interacting with you, so I decided to come back and be a hypocrite." Anyway, I'm off to make some Cajun chicken with hold on, what's the dinner? Cajun chicken and something. Oh yeah, Cajun chicken with creamy mashed potatoes and some vegetables. That's what I'm having for dinner. I made some fish cakes the other day. I don't know if you've seen the photographs, but I made some homemade fish cakes as well. So yeah, I don't know. Once I leave Twitter, that's it. I mean, I've got Facebook there, but I never use it. I'll just probably start using that a little bit more than what I did. But then I don't want to be on Mark Zuckerberg's app. But you see, that's the kind of, isn't it, the catch-22, you know. Look, if I leave Twitter, the YouTube channel completely tanks anyway. So, I mean, it's already tanked, but it'll tank even further. Twitter is where I get most of my viewership. So he's not just screwing over people on Twitter, he's screwing over content creators as well, because he wants to have his own content creators. So he knows what he's doing. And listen, he's already banned certain links from being uploaded onto Twitter, right? And if you think that he's not going to eventually ban YouTube, right, people from posting YouTube videos and links up onto that platform, well, then he's a naive, because that's the next thing. He's going to, because remember, he wants to rival all of those different platforms. So he's not going to allow them gain an advantage on his platform. So YouTube, Kick, you know, Rumble, all of these, the links that you can post up right now, in a couple of months' time, or maybe a year from now, you will not be able to post any links up from any of these other sites. And that's what he's going to do, right? He's not just going to stop with charging people. He's going to stop you from posting your videos. And remember, there's people out there with YouTube or with Twitter accounts that have hundreds of thousands of fucking followers. And that's where they post up their YouTube video, and that's how people know that they're live on fucking YouTube. He's going to screw a lot of people over with this. But he knows what he's doing. He's not a fucking idiot, but he's making fucking idiot decisions. Anyway, with that said, I'm going to go off, have me dinner, and then hopefully Amazon comes sometime in the next 50 fucking years, so I can then get me ass into the city centre. Don't forget to look out for me Rumble. I will be live for not for long though on Rumble. But just to let you know, I've got here, everything is all right and all of that. So, because I know some of you are a bit worried. So I better plug in the computer real quick. Hold on. Sorry, it's about to go dead. I didn't want it to go dead in the middle of all the trailers. So there you go. Okay. Right. But yeah, so I will let you know what's going on a little bit later on. So look out for me Rumble. I've already put it in twice, but I'll put it in one final time before we leave. I hope you have enjoyed this live stream. As I said, it's just to make up for the fact that I won't be live streaming tonight on this channel. So I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all later tonight at 8 o'clock. I'll be there earlier, so I'll probably actually post something up on Twitter first, just to let you know that I've arrived, and let you see if there's anybody there, like I did the last time. And then obviously then when it starts to fill up, then obviously I'll have to pay a little bit more attention to the speeches and stuff like that. I will upload everything that I record up on Rumble, That's where you'll find all the stuff there, Rumble. So I'll, again, just before I go, just one more, because I want people to follow me on Rumble. So I'm going to plug it as much as possible. So there it is again there. If you haven't followed me on Rumble, get your ass over there. I'll be on there later on tonight. There's already a few videos. I did my first live stream on Rumble as well, just a couple of days back. So go and check that out as well if you want to check out. That's where we talk politics and stuff like that. I know it was political today, but because I was obviously going to this thing, obviously it was the only thing I was going to talk about today. But there you go. But we will be back for the movie zone tomorrow here on the Noel Zone. The movie is RoboCop, so get our copies of RoboCop, because we're going to be watching tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Join us for that. And then, of course, on Friday, we'll have our usual bits and bobs. And I'm going to see if I can get the band together for tomorrow's stream. I'll see if Lee is available now, because he seems to be on, but because he's dealing with all this shit on Twitter, he's probably not in the humor streaming. But we'll ask him anyway and see what happens. But hopefully, we'll have him here tomorrow for Friday Night Contact. So come and join me for that as well. And, of course, the football is back. Yes, Manchester United will be playing this week and stuff, so we'll have stuff over on the other channel as well, Noel the Red Devil. So check me on Rumble. That's at Noel, the Noel Zone. Check me out here on the Noel Zone, and then of course over on Noel the Red Devil over on the other channel. And I do have a channel, Noel Zone Gaming, but only certain few people go to that channel. But if you do like gaming and stuff like that, you can get your ass over there and subscribe to me. We have 410 subscribers now over there. So that's where I do a bit of game and a few meltdowns as well. Hear me scream when things don't go my way. You can get over there and watch those as well. So see you later. Have a good one. I'll see the rest of you all at 8 o'clock. Stay safe. Look after yourselves, and I'm off to make some Cajun chicken. Cajun chicken.